Alright, Chapter 15, Backfilling. Um, Practical Guide for Pipeline Construction Inspectors. Backfilling Overview. Backfilling refers to refilling trench with previously excavated new fill subsoil only pipe section that has been lowered into the trench. A backfilling operation begins the soil is returned to the trench reverse order with the subsoil putting back first followed by topsoil. To ensure the topsoil is returned to the original position, the inspector should continuously monitor the following backfill material is suitable placed within the trench in such a way that it ensures the pipe and the coating was not damaged. Coating damage is repaired with the per owner company specification prior to the backfilling. All buoyancy controls are in place if required. 15.2 Input. As part of preparing inspection during backfilling process, the inspector will continually familiarize himself with the relevant aspects of key documents, drawing owner company technical specification identified in Table 111. Execution. While working is being executed, the inspector is required to monitor the workmanship report as in progress periodic basis. Typical inspection items of the inspector is monitoring during the backfilling process are identified in a series of checklists, Table 110. Alright, 110. Prior to commencement on a daily basis, ensure the key issues have been identified in detail and addressed. Safety. Monitor operation adherence relevant to the owner company's project safety requirements. Environmental consideration. Identify specific items that should be monitored through backfilling operation related to the specific owner company project. Specific environmental protection plan. General operation. Identify overall items inspectors should monitor during backfilling operation. Materials. Padding should refers to material placed around the pipe with a uniform support protection against pipe and the coating damage. The operation should be monitored with adherence to owner company with the specification in order to prevent damage to the pipe. Preheating operation when required. When aiming at temperatures lower than the installation of the temperature specification drawing, preheating operation will be required before backfilling. Monitoring compliance with the owner company specifications. Special locations. Inspectors should monitor additional items of the backfilling. Special locations are limited but not limited to open cut streams, high water table, wetlands, bends, facility sites, fence locations, and slopes. Primary and secondary roads and boards. Primary roads refer to highways, major roads, which are paved main roads with large traffic volumes, well-marked traffic lanes, shoulders, and ditches. Secondary roads refer to roads, moderate traffic volumes, well-marked traffic lanes with or without shoulder ditches. Those roads are surfaced with granular material soil on both. These roads also include private driveway, roadways, access roads, etc. Inspectors will monitor additional requirements of board road crossing. Open cut roads in special cases when the approval has been obtained with a pipeline to be installed cutting the road open. Ensure the contractor is being adding an additional requirement to the owner company. Horizontal direct drilling for horizontal direct drilling board crossing. Inspector will monitor contractor for additional items. Alright, 15.4 Output. The inspector required to report on workmanship progress on a periodic basis with complete various of the reports on each workday, end of the week. Report requirements, reporting process for the owner company's project, specifically cover the best practice for the reporting requirements of backfilling period with Table 122. Alright, Table 111, information requirement of the backfilling, all design drawings, specifications developed, owner company contractors related to the backfilling, such as access road drawings, line lists, backfill specification, contract agreements related to road use, construction, crossing of buried facilities, construction survey, permits related environmental and road use. Owner company's specific safety plan included but not limited to traffic control requirements, personal protective equipment, procedure working around overhead pylons, emergency medical services, project-specific environmental protection, and detailed backfilling requirements following but not limited to watercourse, wetlands, mudscape, swamp areas, wildlife habitat, and migratory routes. Other project-specific plans, which include refer to project documentation, incremental specification requirements. Alright, Table 112, prior to commencement of work, participate in daily meetings to address the job safety hazard issue with environmental concern, do the inspector, pipeline, contractor, tailgate meetings as required, ad hoc meeting contractors, discuss, clarify questions and concerns. Ensure owner company witness with approval, requires approval of the commencement backfilling operation. Prior to backfilling, ensure the trenches have been re-inspected to make sure that they are free of debris. Prior to backfilling, ensure that the cover of sandbags, rock shield, third-party lines have been installed with document per owner company specification. Ensure the contractor repairs all coating damage per owner company specification repair and procedure. Table 113, safety concerns and backfilling. There are no incremental special safety concerns beyond identified Chapter 6, pipeline construction inspector foundational information. Table 114, typical monitoring requirements, environmental conservation, no incremental specific environmental conditionalization beyond identified Chapter 6, pipeline construction inspector fundamental information. Alright, table 115, typical monitoring requirement, general operation, ensure construction survey crews collect all as-built data for the before backfilling commences, ensure backfilling commences as soon as practical after lowering in the pipe, otherwise contact construction manager, chief inspector, designee. On slopes, confirmed contractor has installed key and trench breakers, physical damage, built or access inside the trench around the pipeline to prevent backfill mitigation and erosion subdrains of the trench per owner company's drawing specifically as required. Ensure cathodic protection test leads are installed as per construction drawings, owner company cathodic protection construction specification. Check open-ended pipes protected with appropriate plugs. Ensure building do not act electrical barrier between pipe and cathodic protection equipment. Confirmed contractors use only owner company approved selected imported backfill. Ensure proctor does density tests which help determine the companion characteristics of the soil are conducted in required owner company specification. Ensure trench is filled with approved padding backed and around pipe when warranted. Ensure trench fill is excavated material to provide firm support with the pipe. Ensure padding is selected. Backfill is used to provide minimum cushioning between the top of the pipe and starting with the rocky backfill specification drawings stipulate and contractors do not place rocky backfill directly on lowered pipe. Ensure rock shield is well wood lagged and used in through area of the gravel and small cobblestone instead of support with a bag and pillows of padding if warranted. Ensure large rock size too large the backfill are hauled away stacked nearly along the road right of way specified in the owner company specification drawing. Check the marker taped installed with the ditch above the pipe when required. Owner company continuous monitoring of the pipe sharing common ditch maintain minimum distance specified design documents. Continuous monitoring the soil backfill in same sequence, same geotechnical layers as was removed during trenching operation. Confirm spoil. Consider that the spoil will be placed directly on the top of the pipeline with the auger type of the tool with a horizontal helical bit that physically moves the backfill of the right-of-way surface directly into the trench. Backfill technique will, whenever possible, otherwise confirm the excavator backhoe or track hoe will initially place the spoil before the bulldozer is used to backfill. Alright, ensure there is a minimum cover over the installed pipe at the top of the concrete weight specified owner company's project specification. Ensure backfill source is level across the trench. Ensure soil compacting of agricultural land is carried out when specified owner company project specification drawing and list. Line list. Ensure overall drainage control measures undertaken and advised in the line list. Check water course and layouts, drain, emergency statement, no correct and functional property. Check the ditch plugs and slack breakers. Install the location defined in terrain project specification. Continuously observe the sinkholes along the ditch line. Stop work. Installation construction manager, chief inspector when inspected. Ensure contractor compacts the spoil in the trench so that the trench ground berm is no higher than specified. Owner company confirm the topmost over the specified depth of the backfill trench ground is cultivated land of rock free. Ensure contractor leaves open the trench ground as required to allow the natural drain over the surface of water. Ensure the right of way is left closed to the original conditions possible. Conform the contractor will conduct fill cleanup when soils are dry and frozen. Fill cleanup should be delayed until spring and spoil will adequately compacted. Trench and spoiled topsoil can be removed from the side surface more accurately. Confirm the contractor removes spoil stored topsoil to eliminate scalping of the native native sod in a manner approved by the owner and company. Confirm the contractor replaces soil with the adverse chemical properties for the area with which they are removed to eliminate spread outside of the excavated site. Confirm contractor recontours grade current portions of the right-of-way to match the surrounding plat land forms and drainage patterns. From the contractor provides their adequate erosion protection, installing suitable geotextiles when surface drainage across trench line, preventing surface draining for the following draining trench line. Alright, confirm that the contractor redistributed salvage topsoil carefully over the tripped area. The size type of the equipment, the number, the path of the need to replace with the topsoil. The key of the reclamation success. Overworking some soils can be resolved with increased pulverization loss. Organic matter increased erosion potential. Confirm the contractor picks the surface where rocks to match the stoneness level of the surrounding landscape. If required, to ensure the contractor use the track hose equipped with a clean bucket to shave in the pipe burn per initial backfill procedure, replace with the bulk of the spoil. Alright. Winter construction confirmed the winter construction trench excavation, piping, lowering, and backfilling is completed and contractor within 24 hours agreed with the owner and company. Ensure solidified frozen backfill is broken and screwed, auger, power drills, or other approved equipment. Ensure that any of the snow and ice removed with a compact layer in place of subsequent layers. Ensure during winter construction the contractor will leave the trench ground over the trench and compensate with the settlement of the following frozen soils indicated by the owner company specification construction drawing agreements. Our typical monitoring requirements of materials description. Ensure the topsoil is never used with the padding material and fill. Ensure the backfill material is soft and free from large rocks, from stumps, and frozen material with any other form of material that could damage the pipe, scratch the exterior coating. External coating is the owner's specification. Ensure that the excavated material is resuitable and backfill. Owner company is approved with the improved material is used for padding above below the pipe. Ensure when the gravel and sand mixtures are used, the backfilling material for the borings to control purpose of the trench walls. Provide firm support with the backfilling is free. Drilling exhibit a sufficient stair, strength, and thawed with a mix of water from either filled sack or rock rip wrap. Rock other supportive material that use the armor drain addition. Trench walls are used in erosion control. Alright, sand padding. Confirm that the excavated material is not suitable to padding either with the mechanical separate wheel brought in or approved that the padding material will be hauled and placed around the pipeline. Ensure whether the sanding of the used for padding the dry, unfrozen, free of any rocks, large specifications, or sharp edges. Ensure contractor applies and sanding padding on the sandbags for support pillars the placing in the trench. Ensure contractor only sandbags, foam pillars to support the pipe. Ensure contractor places minimum thickness specified sand padding on the top of the lower pipe and is indicated by the owner company with his project specification, construction drawings, and agreement to confirm the contractor using auger equipment to backfill with the cars, fragments, and counter and trench materials. Alright, ensure the pipeline is preheated, blowing hot air through the pipe. The ensure temperatures inlet and outlet of the pipe are being constantly monitored. Check the inlet temperature does not exceed the piping coating design temperature. Ensure outlet temperature never less than the specified installation temperature. Ensure backfill and compaction is completed with the pipeline temperature is maintained above the specified installation temperature. Ensure length with the preheated section with the owner company specification. Ensure all wet areas of the right of way are red line and future reference. Alright, table 118. Typical monitoring requirements, special locations. Confirm gravel and or sand fill bags are used solidly. The compact backfill, open cut water crossings that may be subject to erosion. Confirm concrete weights backfilling are used to specify the owner company's project specification to overcome upward buoyancy force on the pipe due to the high water table. Use sandbags and wetlands. Ensure bends or no foam boxes are specified engineering design. Minimum of sand padding will be provided with a base specification. The padding should be extended beyond the tangent bullseye of the bend. Ensure contractor backfilling finishes. Grade and compressor pump station pipeline valve temporary tie overs meter stations over the sides below fence and enclosure per owner company specification. Ensure cathodic protection test leads remain intact and accessible above ground. Alright, typical table 119, typical monitoring requirements, primary, secondary roads, board. Ensure contractor supports both end boarded crossing according to project specification, construction drawing agreement. Ensure contract backfills, excavated trench, outside road edges, granular materials according to the owner company specification, construction drawing and agreements. Ensure contract backfills, compacts, outside board edges below the pipe and or place sandbags below the pipe. Minimize risks of pipe settlement with potential buckling. Alright, table 120, typical monitoring requirements of open cut roads. Form the secondary road with the contractors use the excavated trench material with a specified distance below the road surface material. The free of the moisture rock with the remaining backfill will be selected imported granular materials according to project specification, construction and agreement. Ensure backfilling accomplished with layers, which each layer with early compact with specified requirements of owner company improved with the vibration typing. Tamping machines to produce smoothing an even surface. Ensure the repaving the road surface the contractor cleans the adjacent roadway outside of the open cut trench shoulders. All amount of the debris that pave the road to leave the smooth and even surface to form the final topping and the granular material to match the existing road surface. Alright, conform construction team consult with the horizontal drilling and contractor determine the backfill and compaction requirements at both ends of the horizontal drilling, directional drilling. Check both ends of the board crossing adequately supported before backfilling. Check the support not placed in disturbed, compact soil. Ensure one's crossing pipe is placed at both ends of the board crossing immediately filled as the owner company specifications. Alright, Table 122, reporting requirements. There are no incremental specific requirements beyond the identified Chapter 6 pipeline construction inspector foundational information. Daily complete backfilling progress reports included work completed date and cover dimension, ditch ground height, above ground, land drain, locations, depth, start, and end points of completed backfilling, distance, start, and end points to skip locations they were skipped, and why they were skipped, number of the rocks hit on pipe, number of the repairs due to the rock hit, schedule change that included delay and acceleration reason, as built in line with the profile of the installed pipe hole, the detector setting, calibration, location, damage, drain tiles of the repair, start and stop types of the buoyancy control, install the start and stop type, pipe protection materials, installed any right-of-way, weather, other logistic conditions that cause increase of the grease and expected progress. Art reference backfilling note the user reference information provided in table 123 is intended with a guide only listed with the non-extensive of the document's nature of the update frequently remains responsible for the user ensure the correct and most current documents or references appropriate. 123 list of reference backfilling. There are no increment specified requirement documents beyond the identified Chapter 6 pipeline construction inspector foundational and information. Alright, Chapter 16 cathodic protection.